How Curry shoots so fast.
With these other four starters for Brooklyn, as Curry, Harris shooting it at 58% from three, entering.
Pulling out the defense. If he's got a mismatch.
Oh, he is hot tonight.
What is the one thing that Curry do to hit those shots so consistently? Well, he can do this because he has a very unique way to do one of the most important mechanics to develop. He makes this mechanic in a such unconventional, wrong, but somehow perfect way that you will never see this thing in the same way. In this video, you are going to see not only what is the one thing that nobody is talking about that Stephen Curry do to shoot so fast and still be one of the most consistent shooters in the world, but also how you can implement and copy this from him and become a quick shooter that can still make a ton of shots with ease, and I will show proof that this simple technique can make you a much better shooter than you expect. Before we start, you may ask, is this video for me? Can I really take this advice to help me if I'm new? Or is just a thing that the best shooters can learn? To your surprise, anyone can do it. If you are completely noob on this journey or an NBA type level player, what you are going to see will improve and help you. And how I backed up this? Because it helped myself to become a better shooter. See, when I first started my shooting journey, a long time ago, I was trash. Never touched a basketball until my 15 years of age. And the first trainings with my dad and my grandpa, I was not even able to shoot shots behind the paint. So yep, I was horrible. But as time passes, I was becoming to shoot more long-range shots, until making the first 3-point shots just in trainings. But that was not when I started shooting 3 points in games. Shit, it took more than 2 years for me to have the confidence to attempt a 3-point shot in any type of game for me. And took more 6 months to hit my first 3-point shot in game. And is the video that you're seeing on the screen. Yes, my jump shot was horrible, but was my first 3-point shot in any type of game. Then after that, I knew it that I need to improve my jump shot to shoot better. So I began to implement mechanics to it. And one of those mechanics was the hand placement. The hand placement is a mechanic to show where you should be with your hands on the ball when you will start your shooting movement. The conventional way to do it, remembering that Curry don't do in this way, is to put the hand on the middle of the ball with the hand facing the rim, like you're seeing on the video, and the guide hand on the side of the ball. From this position, you start your shooting movement. Doing this perfectly makes you have more precise and consistent shots in your jump shot, and therefore hitting more shots. So I started to train that mechanic in the conventional way for some days, until I see a video showing the way that Curry do this exactly mechanic that I was learning. And after seeing this new way of doing, I was amazed by that and started doing like he does. What Curry do, unlike the conventional way, is to start the movement of shooting with the hands positioned on the ball like he grabs it, almost without changing the placement of the hands on the ball. Kind of. What he really does is to start his shooting motion with the hands on the ball like you would have them on the ball in the passing position. I know this is sound confusing, but in some other words, his hand placement is very similar of the placement that you would have holding the ball naturally. And the brilliant thing about his hand placement is that this makes him not waste any time changing the way that he holds the ball. And with that, he can shoot faster than anyone else can. making him able to shoot some really contested shots and still make it. And he continues his movement of shooting like anyone else, but with another huge twist. He do the movement while he changes the holding of the ball, rotationing the hands, making these hands perfectly aligned when it's the time of releasing the ball. It's genius, so I started to training with this on mind, making all the takes possible to make this single technique so well developed into my jump shot that this single-handedly would make me a better shooter. After training just to implement that mechanic by understanding how to do it, shooting close range shots, then increase it with time, the range, shooting some free throws, mid-range shots, and finally 3-point shots, I was able to develop the mechanic well enough to naturally shoot the ball like him. And I gotta say it paid off. I was hitting more shots than ever. Being fair, still a low number, but seeing my past games in the last 2 years and comparing, I was with a higher 3-point percentage, I was attempting and making more 3-point shots, and was doing the movement faster, being able to shoot more shots because of that too. And that's not all. After training more and some months after, I was able to enter in a team in my region. And I was able to do it totally because of my shooting skills. Because I'm a short to a basketball player, I can't finish very well, and I can dribble a basketball better than some 30-year-old in the LA Fitness. So, if I passed on this team, it was because of my shooting skills. But it did not end there. If you see my most recent jump shot, I'm not doing this mechanic. Instead, I come back to the conventional way. Why? You see, it's not for nothing that only Curry can do this way. Although this form of hand placement have tons of benefits, it's really hard to develop this well. But Daniel, you don't say that you develop well this? That you can naturally shoot with this mechanic? Yes, that's true, I can. But I still don't have this perfectly and well developed enough. So in recent games that I play, I see that the bad development of this on my jump shot was making my shot very inconsistent in high pressure moments, and the bonus of shooting fast was not a big factor when I was needed to hit a single wide open 3-point shot. I'm not saying that the way that you learn on this video is trash, and you will be a worse shooting doing that. I'm just saying that if you hurry up the process of developing that skill, since it's a such high level skill, you need to put a lot of hours to implement this perfectly into your jump shot. But if you see all the things that I talk on this video and train a lot, I'm sure that this will help you achieve your greatest shooting goals. And if you want to know more things that nobody is talking about, that make 99% of the players not achieve their shooting goals and become great shooters, I recommend the video that appearing on the screen. See you there.